Hi everyone, it's Heather with A Taste of Home again. Back again with another special recipe to me, and I'll just show you what my ingredients that I have set aside. And I'm making a shrimp dip, and it's for, you can use it with crackers, baguettes, but my go-to are nachos, so I'll just show you. So I've got my green onions and I used an orange pepper today, whatever pepper you like or your favorite. And I have some shrimp that I bought at the store. They've been cooked, tails taken off and deveined. And then the base is sour cream, cream cheese, and Miracle Whip. And then we put on top of the base seafood sauce. And again, pick up whatever one you like. I don't like it too spicy. And then we add the toppings and then we top it with cheese. Okay? So guys, I'm going to start with the base. And again, cream cheese. Okay, should have this open. Sorry about that. Okay. And just dump that into the container there. And then we add some sour cream. It calls for half a cup. I find sour cream is really rich, so again, it may be half a cup, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Let's say 3 tablespoons. That should be fine. Okay. And then next we add I said Miracle Whip. I was at the store today and I wasn't paying $8 for a bottle of Miracle Whip, so I just bought a local whipped dressing. Personally, I love the Miracle Whip better, but again, I wasn't paying $8 for a jar of Miracle Whip. So just a couple tablespoons of the Miracle Whip or the salad dressing, and then we're going to mix this up. So now it's a nice consistency. It's not too lumpy. And so now what I do is I'll put the base on a flat dish. Some people put it in a like a Tupperware container, a low Tupperware container with a cover. That way you can bring it like to a party or out in the boat, whatever tickles your fancy. Okay, and again, I scrape everything out because it's so delicious. You can't waste it. Okay. So now we're just going to spread that all over the platter. You don't have to be too particular with the way it looks because it's going to be covered with seafood sauce and all kinds of veggies, okay? So I'm just going to grab a butter knife just to make sure we get it all. Okay. And just flatten that out a little. There you go. Okay, next we're going to add the seafood sauce. So I'm just going to spread that out really nice. Seafood sauce has horseradish in it, and I don't like a lot of it because I find it a little bit spicy, but it certainly makes everything better. Now guys, that should be fine there. So just a little bit left. I like to eat crab sometimes. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to push this off to the side. And the next thing we add are the shrimp. So as I said, I've washed them. I'm just going to put them on a paper towel now just to pat them dry. There we go. They're not really too wet anyway, so just a little piece of shell left there. Okay. Yeah, they're fine. So what I'm going to do, these are pretty big. Well, they're not real big, but they're sort of a little bit too big for our dip. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to probably cut them into pieces of 3 or 4, okay? Even 5. Because when you dip, you like to get some shrimp with each chip. Okay? And again, don't be particular about the way you cut it, just bite size. And I'm from a small community in Newfoundland called Fogo Island, and the Fogo Island Cooperative Society is a local co-op. Has been, forgive my history, but I think it's since possibly the 60s, but definitely in the 70s, and they have the best shrimp and crab and codfish that you could ever want to find. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to sprinkle that onto our base and our seafood sauce. As you can tell, that's a lot of shrimp, but there's never too much shrimp. Now, some people may not like seafood or be allergic to seafood. I do have an alternative for you. You can do instead of seafood sauce, you can put some taco seasoning in the base, and then you can top it off with peppers, onions, trying to think now, cheese, obviously, and then go from there. But again, don't think you can't have this because there's seafood on it. There's many options. Basically, whatever you like, whatever's in your fridge. Okay, so now I'm just dicing up my peppers. And again, I just have them in little bite-sized pieces. So, listen, I have choppers here from like Tupperware and Pampered Chef and those type things. But I always go back to the handy-dandy knife. Now, if you see some of them are too big, just chop them up another little bit. When my son comes to visit, he's a professional chef, so he likes to chop things with a big fancy knife. I have one, but I'm afraid to use it. So now what we'll do is we'll just add the peppers to our dip as well. And again, guys, if you like, say, Parmesan cheese or whatever you like. If you want to add something that I didn't add to it, by all means, give it a go. And then next we have our green onions. And again, you can never have too much onion. I use all of the stock. I just cut off the ends on each end and wash them. now let's add that. Okay. So now we're going to add cheese. That's one bag that's empty. Let's tackle this one. Okay, looks, guys, to me it looks great. Okay. Guys, I'm supposed to let it sit and let the flavor flow through everything, but no, I gotta try it right now. So let's dip in. We got some shrimp, we got some onions, we got some cheese. And guys, one of my all-time favorites. I will post the recipe in the comments. And again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.